Hello. Today I wanted to go over workers' compensation and when pre-authorization is needed for services. First, I wanted to share that the Department of Labor and Employment has a medical treatment guidelines unit that covers up to 9 different occupational injuries that frequently occur within the workers' compensation system. These are listed as Exhibits 1 through 9 and cover injuries from chronic pain disorder, shoulder injuries, traumatic brain injuries, and more. This treatment guideline will help point out when indicators of treatment are met, letting you know that pre-authorization is not required. Some instances where pre-authorization is required is when the service that is being given has exceeded the recommended limits within the medical treatment guidelines. So, for example, the medical treatment guidelines have listed services that may be done without pre-authorization for a traumatic brain injury, 8 to 12 weeks post-injury care. So if these services do not remedy the symptoms shown, then pre-authorization is needed to continue with further care. And this could mean different services that aren't listed, or you might need to try a service again. Pre-authorization is still going to be required. The medical treatment guideline will also list specific services that requires pre-authorization. So they will have a list of services within there that will specifically tell you whether a service is going to need pre-authorization before it can be given. In addition, the medical fee schedule will also list services that require pre-authorization before payments can be made. So that's another helpful thing to let you know when pre-authorization will be needed or not. In addition, if a service is not priced within that medical fee service, then pre-authorization is automatically going to be needed. Next, I wanted to go over what is needed to request a pre-authorization for service. For Colorado State specifically, providers are going to need to complete a WC-188 form, which is an authorized treating provider's request for prior authorization. This is really important to fill out all required information, as any missing information can deny your request. Information that's important to have on there is the patient's name, the date of the injury, date of birth, carrier claim number if you have it, is beneficial, and the date the request is being submitted. That's very important, and I'll let you know why next. In addition to this form, so you as a provider need to submit any documentation that supports the service being requested and shows why the service is medically necessary. In addition, why it's beneficial to the patient that they receive that specific service. Anything that you have in writing as far as like progress notes, even studies for specific services can be submitted as well to make your case for why the specific service is needed. Let's see. The payer has 10 days from the date of receipt to complete the request with either a denial of authorization or something stating that the authorization has been granted. This is where putting the date that the request is being submitted is very important, because in the event that the payer fails to comply timely within those 10 days, then the service is deemed authorized for payment. So if they don't get back to you within those 10 business days, then it's an automatic approval for that service to be given. I hope that this information helps everyone gain a better understanding of the guidelines that are available to you, with any questions that you have of when pre-authorization is required and when it's not. And I hope it helps you with your future pre-authorizations that you have. Thank you.